Hello and welcome in to another episode of Hingham Happenings. I'm host Ryan Allen, so let's take a look at what's in store for this month of October. As summer ends, so do most outside gathering events. HCAM joined Hingham and its residents at the annual End of Summer Classic at Bear Cove Park.
The End of Summer Classic is a 5-mile road race which began 7 years ago here at Bear Cove Park. We originally created it so that we could raise funds for the park, to make improvements and to do some continued maintenance here. The 5-mile race is our signature event. We also have a 3-mile walk, which we think benefits the people who walk here every day with their dogs or with their children. And we have a newer event called the Elliptigo Summer Classic, which is a 5-mile elliptigo event, and that is a very unique event. It's the only one of its kind on the East Coast, and it uses a device called an elliptigo, which is an elliptical machine on wheels. Bear Cove Park is a 469-acre conservation and recreation facility in the town of Hingham. It stretches along the banks of the Weymouth Back River for several miles. It's a closed course so that runners and cyclists don't have to worry about vehicle traffic or any of the other negative aspects of running on roads, such as noise and pollution and that kind of thing. We typically attract about almost 500 people. It's usually a little bit less than that. But they tend to be people from all over the country, in some cases all over the world. This year we actually have a young woman who came to us from France. She lives in Versailles, France. But we have people here from San Diego, from Ohio, from Nova Scotia, and many other states in between. The vast majority of the people, though, are from the Hingham, Weymouth, Norwell, Cohasset area. So we pride ourselves on our post-race meal. This year we're featuring a company called Smoky Stacks Barbecue, and it's a local Hingham company. We're featuring meat provided by Previty's Marketplace, the best butcher shop on the South Shore. And we're featuring burgers, hot dogs, marinated chicken, pulled pork sandwiches, potato salad, watermelon, corn on the cob, and topped off by Dell's Frozen Lemonade for dessert. Old Colony Running Events is the organization we formed to kind of create this event and several others that we do to raise money for local conservation areas. If you wanted to get in touch with us through Old Colony Running Events or through the endofsummerclassic.com website, we'd be happy to have your help. It's a great race, perfect weather today. It's right around 70 degrees, beautiful sunshine right now. We hope that continues. It's a very scenic event. It also tends to be a race that people come back to year after year. We have a great meal after the race. We have some great prizes, really good music. We have a lot of things, some good shirts that we give out, and a lot of amenities here that you won't see at other similar size races.
Have you ever heard of Zip Trip before? Well, it's a popular segment on Fox 25 News, and they recently celebrated their 100th trip, and they made that trip to this town, Hingham. That's right, Fox was on hand giving away cars, gathering a huge crowd, and providing so much fun for everyone that woke up early that morning.
welcome to everybody. We're at the Fox 25 Zip Trip, and I am with my Red Eye Roaster coffee this morning, and with me is Stan Blackmore for the South Shore magazine, and we're just enjoying and taking it all in.
It's a great morning down at the harbor. Several of the people that I work with in South Shore magazine are here. The new Quarry restaurant, the Snug, several other local businesses, and local businesses are what make up the fabric of the community here, and happy to see so many people out on a wonderful sunny summer day.
Well, today we have the Fox 25 Zip Trip coming to the town of Hingham. It's the final zip trip of the summer, and we're delighted that they selected Hingham as their final destination, and you know, we're proud for the town to host us.
Events like this are great for the community because it gives people exposure to things that they may not normally have exposure to, such as new products, trial of new bouncy houses, our school, learning about different activities in the area, events, and just getting together and to meet people and socialize with other members of their community. Sometimes it brings people out of their shell when they're in an open setting like this where it's just a fun family event and there's no expectations. Gives people an opportunity to just come and enjoy themselves.
It's good for the community. For one, it brings people out and it gives the local merchants and the local restaurants and things like that an opportunity to get some publicity and be seen. It also gives the community a chance to show its pride. It's a great event. They're always fun. There's never a negative from them. They're always a positive experience.
No, it really just brings people out, gets people to know that Hingham is really a great town. We have a beautiful area. People that might not be familiar with coming to town, it gives them a reason to come that they may never have had before.
I've been on many zip trips.
Oh, I see you. Okay.
And I've never seen a crowd as big as the one today, because today is the last roundup. We won't have them till next year. But a good many people, the line goes for about a half a mile, those trying to sign up to win the cars.
Good morning. Yeah, this is amazing. I was worried about 4 or 5 days ago if there would be a big crowd. It's beyond belief. It's wonderful. And I watched the early portions of it on TV, and you know, it seems like everybody's having a lot of fun. I don't know, they didn't give away the cars yet, did they?
No. Are we winning? There's still more
I didn't sign up, so I'm out of luck.
I didn't either.
But we want to thank Fox 25 for doing this. This is a great showcase for the town, and we're happy to be here.
This is a really nice way to round out the summer. It's a nice family activity on a beautiful day for everyone to get together and just have a nice, free family fun day.
Yes, it is. We've had a great summer here in Hingham, and today it's just perfect. The weather is just perfect. The Fox 25 weather crew has given us probably one of the nicest days of the summer. So it's a great way to kick off the Labor Day weekend and put a good end to the summer.
Oh, this is excellent. There's so many people here, and they're going to give away 2 cars, and I think it's excellent.
People who haven't made it here today are really missing out on a chance to have an old-fashioned New England day at the beach. The sun's shining, everyone's smiling, there's free giveaways, and there's lots of activities for kids to be occupied.
They're missing out probably seeing friends and checking out a lot of different venues that they have here, and just a beautiful day.
What they're missing out on right now, if they're not down here, it's a little after 7 in the morning, so they're missing out on sleep if they're here. But if they're not down here, they're missing out on a lot of the festivities. It's a great time. Like I said, it gives a lot of the merchants and a lot of the local area people an opportunity to come out.
Sure, some people enjoy watching it on TV. It's pretty crowded down here right now. We don't get crowds down here like this unless it's 4th of July fireworks. So it's no matter whether you're watching it on TV or being down here, it's a great event to watch.
So it's a great town, it's a wonderful community, we've got great schools, great everything, great harbor, and the South Shore magazine helps talk about it.
The Old Ordinary House in Hingham is known for its history and connecting those to the past. This summer, the theme was hats. Let's take a second look at what was uncovered from the past, giving residents a chance of something they may never get to see otherwise.
This summer and next summer, featured at the Old Ordinary is an exhibit called The Social Language of Hats. It deals with what the expectations were of people in the 17 and 1800s when they saw you wearing a hat, what kind of hat you wore, whether the hat was in good condition or not. That told people, sometimes even to the sort of specifics of what you did for a living and what your social status was. So our exhibit pulls hats from the Historical Society's collection and helps to explain some of the various meanings of the hats that people would have been wearing in Hingham in the 1700s and 1800s. A couple of the fun hats in the exhibit are actually men's top hats, and top hats have a great story because they, the first top hat that was sort of paraded around the streets of London in 1798 actually caused quite a riot, and the guy who was a hat maker who actually invented this hat, and he wore it out on the streets of London, and people were so upset at seeing this new and different hat on somebody that didn't have anything that they were familiar with, so that they didn't know whether this guy was a rich man or a poor man, whether he was a good person or a bad person. He was actually arrested for causing a public disturbance. But a few sort of smart fashion observers of the day realized at that point that the top hat was probably going to be a fashion of the future. And of course nowadays it's probably one of the very few types of hats that men wear on special occasions. It was seen as radical back in those days. Now it's seen as a very conservative type of hat, even to the point when we still, in the Monopoly game, show bankers wearing top hats. One of the wonderful top hats in the display is from the early 1800s. It's a light brown wool felted hat, typical of the kind a man would wear. And it so happens that one of the few photos that we have of a guy wearing a top hat in our collection is the famous Hingham clockmaker Joshua Wilder, who was interesting because he was a Quaker, and Quakers usually wore a flat type of cap, but here we have Joshua Wilder in this wonderful photograph wearing a great big top hat of the gray sort of felted wool that he favored, and he was sort of known about town for this top hat that he wore. The hats in our hats exhibit date from the 1780s up through the 1940s. We have a really wonderful Air Raid Patrol Warden's helmet from the 1940s that was actually used here in Hingham. The hats are part of our permanent collection. When they go off display, they will be rehoused in archival boxes and renumbered, and we will put it back into our database where the hats live. So they will be ready for use for researchers, photography, and maybe even later exhibits as well. Ordinary was opened by the Historical Society in the 1920s, and to this day it is the only historic house in Hingham that's open to the public for interpretation of the sort of folkways and lifeways of Hingham back in the, even as far back as the 1600s. The Society has the Old Ordinary open in the summertime, Tuesdays through Saturdays, and we have 3 tours a day, all conducted by our expert staff of volunteer tour guides. All of our exhibits are designed to help you understand what day-to-day life was like in Hingham sort of prior to the modern era, when we had all kinds of nice conveniences like electricity and central heat and running water. At the Historical Society, we are firm believers in the idea that you don't know who you are and you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. And so we considered our job to help people understand where we've been. And the legacy that has been given to us in Hingham, the really rich legacy of architectural and material culture holdings, is there for us to learn from and interpret and understand and share with our fellow citizens to help us understand who we are as American citizens and how we got to be here through the artifacts, the architecture, the furnishings, the costumes, the documents, the photographs, everything that we have in our collection that can help us learn a little bit about ourselves. Visitors to the Old Ordinary will see a very well-furnished historic home and tavern that functioned for over 150 years in Hingham. We have 3 tours a day. They cost $5 a person and $3 for children, unless you're a member of the Historical Society, in which case tours are free. Anybody who's interested in touring the Old Ordinary or learning a little bit more about the Historical Society can visit our website at www.hinghamhistorical.org or call the Historical Society at 781-749-7721. The Old Ordinary is open for the rest of this summer through September, weekends only. We will close for full tours at the end of August, and then we will reopen again in November for the candlelight tours.
that seek fresh products and great prices don't have to look further than the Hingham Bathing Beach. This is where the Hingham Farmers Market is held every weekend, and HCAM just had to see what all the excitement was about.
Well, we're at the farmers market today in Hingham, here with my mom and my 4-month-old baby. We try to get here every week. We love it. We come for the fresh vegetables, and today we got some great raspberries that we've already eaten most of, and some bread and some corn and squash and pretty much everything here. And we love the Hingham Farmers Market. It's our favorite farmers market down on the South Shore, and yeah, just having a good time.
This is my first time at the farmers market here in Hingham, and I love it. There's a ton of different stuff. It's not only food, there's bags and sheepskin and great food, and I would definitely recommend everyone come and check it out.
I come to the farmers market every Saturday. I usually try to get here around 10, but today I got here a little later because I was riding this morning. I have a CSA over at Second Nature Farm, so I stop there first and pick up my share. I often buy fish here and fruit and corn and the flatbread pizzas, and have a really nice dinner for tonight, all from the farmers market.
I've been to the Hingham Farmers Market a couple of times. I just thought it was a nice day to come by, and I love going to the different booths and seeing how far people came from, Hyannis, Rhode Island, and I picked up some local honey, and it's just fun, get fresh vegetables, good time, end of the summer kind of thing.
So my wife and I and our kids have been coming to the Hingham Farmers Market for years now, ever since we moved to the area. And we love the market. When we come here on Saturdays, we pass by several others on our way. Not that those aren't great, but the people here are just so friendly. We love the vendors. There's always great stuff here. There's a great mix of farmers and other types of products. And then the location can't be beat. I mean, this is gorgeous. I mean, we're right on the beach, so we love it. We love coming down to Hingham every Saturday. We're here from May through November. We come almost every single weekend, and we love it. It's a part of our lives, and we love it.
The one thing that the farmers market actually evokes in me is a feeling of being in Europe. So when you come to the farmers market, it makes you feel like you're going out and buying food on a daily basis. Everything's fresh, the people are excited and energetic, and it's just a nice little piece of Hingham that you didn't realize was here unless you came by on a Saturday.
The reason why I think this is a good thing to have farmers markets like that, it's good to see so many people from all various backgrounds, crafts, organic, handmade. It just brings everybody together, and it just kind of gives each and every person an opportunity to show off their crafts, you know, from farming to handmade items and stuff like that. It just brings unity, you know, amongst the people here. You know, I feel they should have this every weekend, all year long, man. It's just beautiful, you know, on a beautiful day like this, man. It's just nothing but love, man, and I'm just glad to be here again.
The Hingham Police Department does more than fight crime. They're in constant efforts to bring the community closer together. Family Fun Day brought people of all ages together for a joyful celebration. Kids and parents alike were there to do one thing: have fun.
I'm a firefighter paramedic with the Hingham Fire Department. I'm here today at Family Fun Day. Family Fun Day is where we all get together, different municipalities, different agencies, and open up the trucks and what we do for a living to the public. It's a great day to come out, have a good time, experience some of the things that we do, like wear the fire helmet or try on a fire coat. We've been doing Family Fun Day in conjunction with the police department. This is actually a police department function. They've been nice enough to ask us here for at least the past 12 years, and it's always been a really good time.
We were invited by our brothers from the Hingham Police Department to participate in a very nice event. I wasn't too sure what to expect today. I've been running into people from all other towns too, not just Hingham, but from all the surrounding communities. And gorgeous day out here today, and just family day, kids day, and kids getting to sit on the police motorcycle, see the emergency apparatus, and just a wonderful day overall for everybody. Good for community policing, certainly great for the Hingham Police Department also.
I'm a visitor here to Hingham. My son and daughter-in-law and their 2 little boys live in Hingham, and so we normally once a year come and visit this lovely town. It's a very, very pretty town, lovely houses and buildings. So we've come today, we've been here 2 hours, thoroughly enjoyed wandering around, looking at all the various demonstrations and booths. Very happy occasion, lovely family occasion, and children enjoying it, and we're blessed with super weather, so it's a most successful day.
I'm here because I'm a member of the Hingham Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association, and the Citizens Police Alumni class runs a couple of times a year with the Hingham Police Department. It's a 10-week class. They kind of take us through some of their daily life. You get to do some neat things. You get to ride along with a police officer and all that. You hang out at the police station a lot. And when you're done, you get to join the Alumni Association and continue to work and build a relationship between the Hingham Police Department and the community. And one of the things that we get to do is events like this, when it's run by the police department, we get to help volunteer. So we have about a dozen people today manning the various booths, doing the cookie decorating, managing the bouncy houses, things like that. And it's a really good cause, and it's a really good time.
Family Fun Day in Hingham is always such a great event. Kids and adults alike, they just have the best time. Each year I help out at the cookie booth, White's Bakery down at Derby Street in Hingham. They are so generous. Every year they give us so many beautiful big sugar cookies that are delicious with tubs of chocolate and vanilla frosting. And then we have a cookie booth here at Family Fun Day, and we get the cookies and the frosting, and we put the frosting on the cookies, and we set it all out, and the kids absolutely have a ball.
Hi, I'm Lainey the Clown, and I come every year to the Family Fun Day. I usually have my friend Red here, and I give out either stickers or bracelets or something like that. I've enjoyed doing it every year. The kids usually like to come up to me, and some of them are afraid, but it's really a lot of fun.
I'm happy to be a part of Family Fun Day today in Hingham. I said this is a wonderful day to bring families together as a community to see what the town has to offer, the police, the fire, and all the other ancillary services that are here. It's been a great volunteer time for me, and it's wonderful to see everyone having, so much fun with all of the different activities. It's just wonderful, and it's a beautiful day on top of it.
When people want to find art in Hingham, there's one key place to go: Artisans in the Square. And the first Friday of every month, residents get to take an interesting look at who is behind that art. Art, refreshments, and great conversation attract many of the community down to the square, and that's where we were for First Friday.
We thought it would be something different to have here at the shop and to highlight one of us each month on the center table to feature one of us in our artwork.
And it gives people a chance that work 9-to-5 jobs to stay open later so that they can come of an evening and partake of First Friday. We're an artisans cooperative, so we share the work hours and the rent. We're all local, South Shore, and two of our members live on Cape Cod.
They get a chance to meet us while we're here and see what we have to do, and we can take custom orders at the same time and do just what they want. We're so happy that the other shops have finally decided to do it, so it's not just us. People can come down and visit all the other merchants and see what they have. And we have music now, and all kinds of refreshments and wonderful things.
Yes. We have built a wonderful base of customers, and for a lot of us it's a social event to look forward to because most of our members attend on First Friday. So we get to do some networking amongst ourselves and introduce other artists, our other artisans, to some of our other customers. It works beautifully.
A lot of them stay even past the 8 o'clock hour, or they arrive for the next serving. It's really fun. They really enjoy it, and we're happy to have them, and we're happy to be here.
I had the privilege of having a 4th grade teacher, and that's a lot of years ago now, that recognized an artistic ability, got Mother to give me art lessons, and eventually dropped the piano that I wasn't very good at. And I've worked in the arts all my life. It's very satisfying. What I do makes people happy, and not everyone has that privilege for what they do for a living. Oh, we all do custom work. I do house portraits. That's become a very popular thing in Hingham with all these beautiful houses to make paintings of. Sometimes we get our best ideas from a customer. A customer will say, will you do this for me? And I'll say, oh my goodness, I never thought of that before. And then you create something new. What I'm familiar with, everything has changed so much. I think there's many more careers in art, in advertising, in marketing. They all use artwork of different kinds. Not everyone, when you think of an artist, it doesn't have to be someone like me that does paintings. For me, it's wonderful because in semi-retirement, I can do this as long as I choose to.
Come on down and see what we have, and we'd be happy to meet you.
It's a beautiful shop. You don't find imports or mass-produced. We all make our own art and take great pride in it. And we're very particular about the quality of our work and the quality of the members that apply and hopefully fit what we're looking for.
Thank you for watching this episode of Hingham Happenings, and remember, if you have any ideas or any stories that you'd like to see get covered and put on TV, please reach out to us at hinghammedia.org. And we end Hingham Happenings this month in a different way. Take a second look at how the Hingham Congregational Church provided awareness to ALS in a special way. I'm Ryan Allen, and we'll see you next time.
This is the church picnic, but I thought that 2 weeks ago I issued a challenge to our church in church regarding the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. And I must say that there are probably 30 or 40 people today who are going to do that.
We decided to get involved in this because one of our beloved church members was recently diagnosed with ALS, and we wanted to contribute to the cause of researching a cure and treatment for this very challenging disease, and we wanted to show him that we love him.
I'm going to challenge all the houses of worship in Hingham to this Ice Bucket Challenge. And I know they'll all step up to the plate as we did as a church. Hey, jump in.
I think it was very successful. Many more people joined in than we anticipated. I thank Tom Arthur for kind of pulling us together and making us all aware and of our family members' plight.